Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Call Sheet Confessions. Today, my guest is a media personality building his own media empire. If you're from Philly, you've definitely seen him if you've attended a Sixers game. If you're not from Philly, you've probably come across his viral content on social media or seen him on TV shows like Abbott Elementary, Hustle, and Wild 'N Out. My guest is Christian Crosby. Welcome, Christian.
Wow, thank you for first of all, that was great. I feel way more important than I really am. So
You
thank
are
you. That's a
important.
good intro right there.
Good.
Shout out to
good,
the pink fuzzy mics. I feel warm
good.
and fuzzy inside right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the vibe we want to create.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did you did really well. Good job. This is also like we know each other.
Yeah.
So to see you doing this, I'm proud of you. I just want to let's start with
Thank
that.
you.
Let's start with that. I am very proud of you. This is great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
good for you.
appreciate that.
Seriously, like not even being funny. Like this is so dope. Like good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. And I'm so happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes. So we're both from Philly. You recently moved to LA.
I literally just moved here like 4 weeks ago. Yeah, it's a long time coming. I've wanted to move to LA. I know some people are saying LA is dead and stuff like that, but I came here for a specific reason, for a specific goal
Yeah.
that I have pushed off for quite some time. I came here to network with specific people, build relationships with specific people, and build a bigger team to do things that I want to do in the future. So I've been enjoying it. The traffic is crazy out here.
It
The
is.
traffic is crazy out here. If you don't like driving in traffic, never move here. It's crazy. But other than that, everything
Yeah.
is great. I love it.
I saw you post something on Threads the other day where you were like,
Yep.
if the traffic's bad, you were like, I didn't understand it at first, but now I do.
I get it. Because I
Yeah.
came here like, oh, people don't want to drive for 45 minutes. Like, I'm going to outwork everybody in LA. And I'm like 3 weeks in now, and I'm like, so where do you live?
Exactly.
I'm like,
Exactly.
so I'm fighting that though. I'm like, no, shut up, go.
Yes.
So I'm still doing it, but
Because Philly is traffic too. So when I
No.
first moved here, I was like, it's not going to be that bad. But the thing is, like, if you live on the if you live in Santa Monica,
you're comparing Philly traffic to LA traffic?
I'm saying LA traffic. Well, yeah, but I'm
No,
saying
you're
LA traffic's worse.
Like they're not comparable. they're not we can't even have a conversation about both of them. Like
Yeah.
they're not even in the same
Yeah.
like stratosphere. Like I'll take Philly traffic any day.
Yeah.
LA traffic actually might be one of my least favorite things that I've experienced recently in my life.
And because people say they live in LA, but it could be an hour from you.
Someone could be 10 minutes from you and it take you 45 minutes to get to them on the wrong day at the wrong time. And
Right.
that's actually crazy to me.
Yeah,
We got to figure it out.
we do. My commute to work right now, if I'm coming back from that area on a night out,
Yeah.
it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
When I'm heading to work in the morning, like 45.
Yeah, that's the crazy. I mean, I put in that Threads though. Like,
Yeah.
the food is good here because there's a lot
Yeah.
of people saying, "Oh, the food is terrible in LA." Food is amazing. That's cap. That's a lie.
Yeah.
Food is amazing. The people are also amazing. Like everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the people are terrible." No, they're not. Like if you think the people are terrible in LA, it's probably a you problem.
Right.
That's what I
right.
put in the Threads.
Yeah.
So I love the people here. I love the food here. The weather is just undeniable. Can't even. I mean, come on.
amazing.
And yeah, if you have a specific mission and you know what you're doing and you have
Mhm.
a reason to be here, you're going to be great.
Yeah.
It's only, I think, the people that come here with just like too broad of a goal with no actual like focus or direction. Those are the people who have a hard time here.
Yeah, definitely.
You get lost in the sand.
Right.
Right.
Well, welcome to LA.
Hey, let's go.
And we met back in Philly working for the Sixers.
Yes,
Yeah.
you were a Sixers dancer, and I was serving as the. Okay. Y'all weren't doing moves like that. They were doing. It was better moves than that one right there. But no, let me stop. I was the in-arena host. You were
Yeah.
you were a Sixers dancer at the time. But I'm OG though. I've been
Yeah.
I've been with the Sixers for a very long time. So
Yeah,
yeah, we do go way back.
definitely. So let's go even further back, Christian.
Oh my God.
What were you like as a kid? What was it like growing up
At the Sixers or just in general?
in general?
I
Like,
was-
as a child.
I was a really shy kid. I used to hide behind my mom's leg when other people entered the room.
Wow.
I didn't like to speak or entertain or public speak was a nightmare. As a kid,
Wow.
I wanted to be with my mom and chill out. But my parents wanted more for me than that, so they put me in theater at an early age. Like I did a theater program in my church. I
Okay.
think there was this one show I did that really just broke out kind of like my fear of, I don't know what it was, but everyone was like, "You did so good. You were so awesome." And I think after that, I was like, "Yeah, I'm awesome. Okay, yeah." And then I
Yeah.
just started talking to people, and then that kind of evolved over like, let's say I was 7
Mhm.
when that happened.
Yeah.
I'd say by the time I was like 10, I was a goofball. I was
Okay.
always a goofball at home behind closed doors in my room, but then I became like a silly goofball to the world. Um, and that was all through theater. So,
Yeah, that
yeah.
kind of brought it out of you.
Oh my God. Shout out to my parents for always pushing me because I never believed in myself as a kid.
Mm.
I always had self-doubts. I don't know where that came from, but I can remember back when I was a kid, like a little kid, I remember thinking like I wasn't good enough, like as a kid,
Wow.
which is weird, but my parents never fed into that. They always, yes, you can. They always push me.
That's
You're
great.
going to do this and you're going to accomplish it. And I didn't believe them, but I would do it and then they were right.
Yeah.
So, shout out to my parents at
Shout
an
out to
early age
them.
giving me that juice cuz I needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of brought you out of your shell, theater. And
Yep.
then did you start to know you wanted to work in entertainment?
Oh my God, yeah, off rip.
Okay.
Like from the very beginning. I mean, I got to keep giving my parents credit cuz when you talk about stuff you realize like, dang, my parents did that for me. So my dad gave me a camera. And mind you, like we weren't like flourishing by any means financially. So it was just like my dad doing the best he could. He gave me like a old school Panasonic.
It sounds
It's
right.
Panasonic, right? It's
It
Panasonic.
sounds right.
You don't even know?
No.
An old school camera.
Okay.
Okay, old school camera. And I would film my toys. I would have toys. And I would make
Ah.
scenes, like full out scenes or music videos or whatever,
Yeah.
or storylines, filming it and cutting. And I would like edit in camera by like recording and stopping and like the motion with
Right.
the action figures and stuff. I was doing that at like age 7.
Oh, that's
like,
so cool.
Literally. Back then I always knew like I wanted to entertain or make movies or be in movies or make music or whatever. Like, yeah, I was performing hip hop rap in my church. I was a choir director. I played the drums.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to do it at a young age. I was a young church boy that was just ready to rock and roll one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah. So then in high school or in college, did you make the decision like I'm going to do this? Did you start getting involved with more like theater productions?
Yeah, so I went to Freedom Theater in Philadelphia at the time. It was like prime years of Freedom Theater. Shout out to all of those that went to Freedom Theater with me. That was a good time. And then in college, I was working at Foot Locker, and I think I was chasing my dream as an actor. So I was auditioning. I was just, thinking back, I always just I was fearless, really.
Yeah.
I was always comfortable trying something new that I didn't know I could do or not. And as I explained, like that came from my childhood.
Yeah.
Of getting that confidence from my family, from my base, which is so important. And if you don't have a supportive family, like you gotta find somebody who supports you
Yeah.
and latch onto that person with all of your might. It is the most important thing you can do, even as a full adult right now. If you don't have support, you need to get it. But I remember I auditioned for this Target commercial, and I got it, and it was like that was my first job getting paid. I got paid $5,000 for that job, and I was
Great.
like, I think 17 years old, or
Wow.
16, maybe 15. I was young, and I remember getting that check, and I was just like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do. And from then on, like I was like, yeah. Like I always knew I wanted to do it, but when you get that first check,
Yeah.
that first check changes the game for you because you're like, oh, my dreams are real. Like, I can
Yeah.
actually do this.
Right.
So Target commercial really gave me the confidence. I did a tourism commercial for Philadelphia, like a local Philly commercial. I did a tourism commercial, and I was doing martial arts in that commercial, doing flips and kicks. And there were two Sixers dancers that were in the commercial, and they saw me doing the flips and the kicks. It's
Yeah.
called tricking. And they were like, you'd be great for the 76ers dunk team. And that's kind of how that whole journey for me started.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you know that then when they brought this up to you that you wanted to then join the dunk team?
I mean, I was already a fan of like Allen Iverson. Like Allen Iverson was
Right.
an absolute legend, like superstar at the time, and I lived in Jersey at the time. So like any young kid in Jersey had cornrows. We had the jerseys on that were baggy down to our ankles, and we all wanted to be like Allen Iverson. So even though I wasn't a sports guy at all coming up, I still loved Allen Iverson. So
Yeah.
the 76ers to me was like, oh, well, that's cool, right? So
Right.
when an opportunity came up to where I could be flipping and dunking in front of 20,000 plus
Yeah.
people, and I'm a young guy, yeah, of course I want to try it. I didn't know if I was going to be good at it, but
Yeah, but you're like,
I was
all
like,
right.
yeah, sure. Like, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
And so was that after college or while you were still in college you got this
That was
job?
while I was in college.
Okay,
Yeah.
sick. Because
Yeah.
I was dancing for the Sixers while I was in college, and it
Mhm.
was cool. It was kind of like, I always say it was like Hannah Montana, like the double life of like going to school and everything. But then if you come to a game, you're going to see me
Yep.
performing.
Yep, and people, you get perks. It actually really helps.
Yeah.
It really did. So juggling those two things, like me, I was, I had to pay my own rent. I didn't have a scholarship, so I had to raise money for school for myself, and I had to juggle doing that. I was hosting bar and bat mitzvahs on the weekends, also doing the Sixers. I didn't have a car. I was bumming rides everywhere. This is before Uber. I'm not trying to show my age, but Uber did not exist yet.
Right.
So
Yeah, the hustle was
yeah,
real.
the hustle was crazy.
Yeah. The
Um,
mitzvahs, I was doing those too. Dancing
that's-
at the
Yo, all entertainers
Yeah.
know, like, at some point, you're either doing bar bat mitzvahs, you're doing weddings,
Right.
or you're doing some weird stuff for money. Like, let's just call it for what it is. Like, at some point in your life, if you're going full entertainer, you're doing something like
Yeah.
that. Let's keep it real. So, yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
And I loved it, actually.
It was a good gig.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. You get paid
I would
to
spin the
party.
block, actually. I would host a mitzvah just
Yeah.
for fun. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, hire us for your mitzvahs.
I swear to you, it was one of the best times of my life. It never felt like a job to me. It was always amazing.
Yeah.
All the families were friendly. Everything was great. Like,
Yeah.
I have no complaints from that job.
You get paid to party.
It was good.
It's great, and then you're burning calories because it's hot when
It,
you're
it does get hot.
Yeah.
And you got to go crazy. Yo, people don't know how hard that job is. Like, it sounds
Seriously.
easy, but it's not.
It's like 4 hours of being
Yeah.
on.
5 hours.
5. Yeah.
Plus, we're not talking about setup and breakdown. Like,
Right.
maybe you didn't have to do the setup and breakdown, but I did.
It
I was
depends
MC.
which company you work for. It depends. Sometimes they make the dancers do the breakdown too, and sometimes they don't.
Shout out to All Around Entertainment. That was that's my
Shout out to
feeling.
Empower. They're competitors, but Empower's the one.
All Around Entertainment. All Around Entertainment. I don't know who they are. All Around Entertainment.
So talking about being on all the time in front of a bunch of people, when you're working for the Sixers, like you said, 20,000 people, fans that you're performing for. So you were doing that for like how many years on the dunk squad?
I think I was dunking for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a
Yeah.
good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. And when I tell you, like, I made every mistake that I could possibly make at the 76ers job. And the only reason I think I survived is because I did take accountability. I sincerely wanted to be there. And so when I made mistakes, I would own up to them. I
Yeah.
would apologize, and then I wouldn't make those mistakes again. And I think because of my character and just the energy that I exuded, that I really, really was trying my best. It wasn't
Yeah.
great, but it was my best. I think people saw that and felt that energy and kept me around, even in moments where I probably should have been let go, because I was pretty young and dumb, like, looking back. Like, I did a lot of really not terrible, but just really bad corporate mistakes, especially in those beginning years. That
Yeah.
was my first job. Like, at Foot Locker, I was the stock boy.
Right.
there wasn't much responsibility. And if I did
Yeah.
mess up, no one saw it. I'm in the back. I'm not on the floor. So
Right.
the 76ers, believe it or not, was my first real job.
Right.
Where like you do have something to lose. You are representing a big company, and if
Yeah.
you do something not right, you can be held accountable and let go. So I remember those early years, like that's when I really figured out who I was, because it's like,
Yeah.
who are you? You're doing a new experience. Are you going to rise to the occasion and be what's needed here, or are you going to stay stuck in your ways and get fired, right?
Right.
So I think that was a big time for me, thinking back like when I was young, just learning how to navigate that.
Yeah. What were some of those mistakes that you made?
Oh my God. One time, it was like, I think this was maybe my second year working at the 76ers. And at the end of the season, we would do like this big, like, thank you to the fans performance, right?
Yeah.
And it required like the dance team and the dunkers and the mascot and the staff and everyone. Like, it was this big thing. We would all come together and do this huge routine, basically. And so we were having rehearsals for that. Like, it was like the night before the last game. I just had one more day on the job. And they had food for us and they had drinks for us. Like, stacks and stacks and stacks of foods and drinks and stuff. So we did our rehearsal, and the rehearsal came to an end. And me and a couple other guys that worked there at the time went back to get more food before we left. And we realized there was like a bunch of cases of waters and drinks. So we were very dumb, and we're like, oh, well, there's leftover waters and drinks. Like, we'll take these home. So we literally pick up like, I'm not saying like I picked up a case. I'm telling you, I picked up like 5 cases of like waters and drinks.
Yeah.
And I'm carrying, the other guys got 5. The other guys got 5. So we look like 3 criminals with like 5 stacks of drinks that we're stealing out of the arena. We really didn't think we were stealing.
I wouldn't think of it that way either. You're just like, it's left over.
If we had to use a little bit more brain power, we would have figured out it is stealing because they weren't ours. But we didn't mean it that way.
Right.
Of course, we got caught on camera. Someone went looking for the drinks later and realized they were gone. Someone saw us. Someone reported it. It got back to our boss.
Wow.
And we were basically told, like, hey, this is under investigation. We're going to figure out what to do next with you guys. Like, this might cost you your position. This is not okay. So that was a situation where immediately, like, I got on my laptop. I called my boss. I am so sorry. I did do that. I wasn't thinking. I sent the email. Let me know who else I need to talk to. Like, I did everything that I could to just own the situation.
Right.
Same night. I didn't even wait till the next morning. Like, same night, I sent that. I called. The next day, I like did a follow-up. Like, I was not playing about it. I wanted to be there. And so I was given grace. Like, I was given grace. I didn't get let go. But that's one of, like, 20 stories.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can tell some of the stories. Like,
yeah. But I do think it's good advice, though, to take accountability and to follow up quickly after. You didn't, like, let it simmer. You were like, who do I need to speak to? And that initiative, I think, like you said, they could see your character by doing that.
Honestly, accountability is a superpower.
Yeah.
Like, you can disarm someone so quick if you're just like, I did that. I am so sorry. Like, you were right. You caught me. Mm-hmm. Or you're right, I'm wrong, or you know what, I didn't mean to do that, but I did, or that is not my intent, but I see how that affected you. If you just own whatever it is that's happening, you disarm whomever's on the other side, and you end up getting the results that you want to begin with, like, immediately.
Yeah, it's so true.
I don't know how I knew that at an early age. I don't think I did. I think just my natural character was, oh my God, something's wrong. The best way to fix it is through the truth. The truth will always set me free. I knew lying would, there's cameras, like, there's a million other stories where there weren't cameras, but still the same. It's just like, just be honest. Let the truth be. Yeah. And if the truth means that I don't have a job anymore, or if the truth means that a relationship is ending, or a friendship is ending, or that means you have to relocate, or if that means you aren't who you say you are, let it be, because that's the truth. Yeah. And that'll get you to your success way faster than if you try to keep lying to yourself.
Yeah,
So somehow,
agree.
some way, when I was younger, I was on that type time unknowingly.
Yeah.
But I think that's what got me ahead.
Yeah, and a lot of people can't take accountability. So it really is a superpower to do that.
And that all comes from ego. People are not taking accountability because there's ego. They don't want to look less than. They don't want to look inferior. They don't want to look wrong. And if they believed in themselves more and they had more confidence in themselves, they wouldn't think that a mistake defines them.
Right.
So it all goes back to that inner work. It's just like really believing in yourself, really loving yourself, really like having confidence, so that you can own a million mistakes and it doesn't define you and you don't feel like it does and you don't exude that it does.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dunk squad, you said you were on that for like 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, I was terrible at first.
Okay.
And then I got nasty with it. Like you can look on YouTube. So I had I was doing like 3 under the legs. Like I was killing it off that trampoline.
Sick. Yeah.
I used to love that job.
I tried doing it once during practice and I didn't get it.
It's not as easy as it looks. Easy, of course. You're running, you jump off a trampoline. Of course, someone can dunk.
Yeah.
But when you actually try it, like that thing will push you forward.
Yeah.
You gotta have strong core to
Totally.
do that. Your lower back will get sore real quick because you have to like absorb that trampoline. It wants to just push you on your face.
Yeah.
So like you have to stay straight like this.
Right.
It actually looks easy, but it's not.
Yeah, I
it's not
felt like
easy
I
to
was
do.
gonna fall on my face when I tried.
You didn't do it. You fell on your face.
No, I didn't.
Was I there?
No, I didn't know you weren't there. I practiced it in rehearsal. I never did it on the court, but I practiced it like in rehearsal, and I was like, "Oh, I'm good."
Yeah.
I did it a couple times, and I was like, "I'm good."
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's definitely not for everybody.
It's like, I'm
not
gonna
for
go back to
everybody.
dance.
Yeah.
But so after doing the dunk squad for that long, how did you know you wanted to transition to doing something more for the organization?
I always knew that I wanted to do more. The thing I didn't know is what.
Okay.
And I never knew what. Every opportunity presented itself from me just doing the right thing. And then I would seize the moment. So, for example, at the time, I was just on the dunk team. At first, I was just a young whippersnapper missing every dunk, going first. I got a little better. I ended up being the anchor guy who goes last. Then I got a little more responsibility. I'm running around with the mascot, handing out little toys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what happened was the NBA went on a strike. There was a lockout. And during that time, unfortunately, a lot of people were let go. And internally at the organization, there were a lot of people that had to do like 4 or 5 jobs. And it was a tough time. Then on top of that, new ownership came in. So imagine everyone around you that you worked so hard with gets let go. You now take on 4 jobs, and then a new boss comes in like,
It's a lot.
I need more from you. And you're like, so that's what happened, especially in the Department of Entertainment at the time. So me just being this guy with no responsibility, I could have watched that happen and went about my day. It didn't really affect my life. I was at the bottom of the totem pole.
Right.
But I saw opportunity. So I saw, okay, my boss is drowning, right? I'm getting older. I want an opportunity. What's the worst thing that can happen if I just go the extra mile? So I started coming in early, leaving late. Like I was in the office. What do you need? I see you are swamped. You've never been this swamped before. What do you need? I need this. I need this. I got you. I was getting stuff done that was not in my job requirement. You know the quote, like, if you want the job, do the job. I wanted the job, and I was doing the job. Not long after that, the job was posted for the coordinator for game presentation, live events. Gotcha. And so I wasn't qualified to have that job at all, not at all. And other people were getting interviewed from other teams, from San Antonio, from the Miami Heat. Like, meanwhile, I'm just hustling and bustling, young whippersnapper, no credentials, no internships, like nothing to show that I deserved that job, no history being a coordinator. But I was asked to
interview?
I was asked to interview for the position. And it was only because I took the initiative and went the extra mile. And I interviewed for the position and got it. And that was my first full-time job.
That's awesome.
76ers have quite literally been probably my whole career for majority of my professional life. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that story is so interesting because you were competing against candidates who had resumes with internships, who had even worked for these teams already in those
Correct.
positions. So it just goes to show that the work you were putting in, kind of assessing the needs of your boss and helping out, really landed you the job, even though you didn't have the experience on your resume that you might have wanted to.
Oh, I didn't have any experience.
Yeah.
But I knew the program, and I only knew the program through doing the work, right?
Right.
Doing the work is always going to outdo the person that's just over prepping or over qualifying.
Yeah.
If you can actually do the job and execute the job and there's already evidence of that, you have a way better chance of getting a job over somebody with perfect credentials
Right.
or that can talk good in an interview.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of young kids get it backwards when it comes to this subject. Like, they don't want to go hard unless they know there's a guaranteed dollar behind it. I see this new generation is like, well, I'm not going to put my time there if I don't know I'm getting a bag. But then that same kid will complain that they don't have opportunities. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Like, you have to actually do the job that you want before the money comes, and then the money comes. It's manifestation. It's proof of concept. It's show me you can do, and then the opportunity will attract to you.
Right.
Period. So, like, for people who want to be entertainers or who want to do a podcast, you don't need a studio like this to do a podcast. You have a phone. So put your phone on a tripod, sit down next to your friend, and show how good you are at conducting a podcast if you want to have a podcast.
Right.
Do that 100 times. See what happens. I guarantee you something will come of that.
Yeah.
But people don't want to do that because that takes a lot of time and there's no pay, right? There's no virality. There's no likes or comments, or there's no instant gratification. There's no instant money.
Right.
So people will avoid that work. Meanwhile, that's the way in. That's the way
Yeah.
to do it. I mean, you could get lucky, but the odds of you getting lucky are slim to none.
Yeah, and it's creating the opportunity for yourself before someone gives it to you. Instead of
Correct.
waiting for that handout, you're creating it for yourself, and then you'll attract it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And like, back in the day when I was working at the Sixers as a dunker, going to the office, I didn't understand that. Again, the only thing I understood was there was a problem and I could be part of the solution.
Yeah.
So I just had that in mind, and that was enough
Right.
for me to do the right thing. And I think sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah.
It's just like, when you walk in a room, add to it, period. Don't subtract from it, period.
Yeah.
And you will probably be successful. And you're like, literally, and it sounds simple and cliche, and we've heard it before, but like, when you walk into a room, what do you do? What do you bring into that room? If you can't figure out how to add or how to help or support or add value, that means you're probably in a room taking away. And don't be that person.
Right. Be the person that makes the situation go by quicker or helps out in some way.
In some way, or
Yeah.
at least try. Like,
Right.
for me, like, I didn't have the credentials or the experience. It's not like I could offer more than maybe some of those candidates could, but what I did have was the willingness
Yeah.
to offer it, to learn, to be there early, to stay there late, to be pleasant to be around. There was already proof of concept for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's really what it was.
Definitely. So then you went and worked in this coordinator role.
Yep.
How long did you do that, or what transitioned from that into you being the in-arena host?
So that was really challenging because that was the first time like I had to learn corporate speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Right.
thanks, comma, Christian.
Yeah.
Like, why are we putting that in the email? I'm like, why do I need to put that? You need like, I was terrible.
I'm
Like,
doing a lot of those right now.
The corporate lingo is, first of all, the corporate lingo, we got to.
What cracks me up is nice to meet you. That one
Oh
kills
my
me.
God.
That
Hi,
one kills me.
nice to meet you. My name is Christian Crosby. I'm the coordinator for the
Yeah,
Philadelphia 76ers,
yeah.
and I'll be taking you through your day today. Let me know how I can be of assistance to you.
Yeah,
Thanks, comma,
yeah.
Christian. Best, comma, Christian. Talk soon,
Yeah.
comma, Christian.
Yeah.
no,
so
that-
learning a lot of new skills.
Yeah, it was, I learned a lot of new skills. I wasn't good at it. Again, made every mistake, overstepping, not CCing my boss. You just got to be willing to, like, when you put yourself in new environments, just be willing to be a kid again.
Yeah.
I think sometimes success gets in the way of success, meaning you've done something that has worked, but now you get in a new environment or you reach a new level, and you kind of had this bravado about you, like, I'm a successful person. It's
Right.
like, yeah, but not here. You're not a successful person here. Reset your
Yeah.
brain. Be humble. Be a kid again. Be an intern again. Be like that fresh new baby again, because you're gonna need that energy to take those moments where you're not good, and you have to
Yeah.
be humble. Like, yo, my bad. Okay, all right, my bad. Sorry about that. So, I think that's what happened for me when I got my first full time job.
Yeah.
I was getting humbled like crazy. I was like, oh, there's a whole world I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know this was a thing. I thought I did, but I didn't. I would say I did that job for maybe 2 or 3 years, 2 years, and then I became a manager. So I got promotions and stuff like that. It's the same job, just a better title and a little more money. But I think there was a time where either World Be Free, one of our NBA legends,
Yeah.
he either called out, or another rep or someone who was supposed to host something called out, or they asked me to be there. I was supposed to be there doing my manager job. There wasn't a host, but everyone was aware at the time that I was hosting on the side. Like, I was doing the bar and bat mitzvah still. I was going to
Right.
Atlantic City, hosting in nightclubs and stuff. Like, I was a hustler.
Yeah.
So people knew that at this point.
Okay.
So when this person called out, they were like, "We need a host. We need a host. Christian, can you host this?" And I did a good job. And the new CEO saw me, and he was just like, "We should give him an opportunity with that."
That's
And
our
then
guy.
It wasn't even like I auditioned. It was just like, I think we need a host. Let's see if Christian can be the host. And they could have went with someone else, but I was like, I'm not about to miss out on this opportunity. I've always wanted to be an entertainer, because at this point I'm in my corporate bag.
Right.
I'm like
Right.
wearing like my tight slacks
Yeah.
up to my belly button with my tie, with my breath stinking every morning, thinking I'm cool. And yeah, I was like, nah, I'm about to get in my bag. And I wasn't the best, but I think I did a great job because of all of the things I was doing on the side. I think I was prepared for the moment.
Yeah.
Enough to get that opportunity. So that was
Right.
about 2-3 years. And again, right place, right time.
Yeah.
Only because I was positioning myself. This story could have went different. I could have told you I went to corporate and I hated it.
Yeah.
Which I didn't love it. I can remember to this very day, like the first day I sat down as a full-time employee, and I sat at my desk, and I said to the person in the cubicle ahead of me, I was like, "Wait, so I have to come here every day?" I literally asked that question. It didn't even click. That's how dumb. Like, I need you to understand. Like, that's how naive I was. And they were like, "What? Yeah."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, like forever?" And they were like, "Yeah. I mean, unless you don't want to have a job, like." Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want to do that."
Yeah.
And like, no
Yeah.
shades, no shades. Some people love it, and
But it's not
and
meant
some
for
people
everyone.
are meant. Yeah, some people
Yeah.
are meant for that. For me, I was like, "Oh my God, no."
Yeah.
That sounds like a nightmare to me. I got to figure this out. And instantly, on day one of me being full time, I knew that was the most validation I could have ever had. That let me know, okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing something else.
So how'd you know, like, having that, you knew you didn't want to be there really in that job?
No, I did want to be there.
Yeah.
But I knew, like, in the grand scheme of my life,
You didn't
like,
want to be there
I knew,
forever.
correct. I knew in my heart
Yeah.
I was lacking so much, and
Yeah.
I needed
Yeah.
to be there to gain the experience. Like, I could feel
Okay.
that. Because I'm like, I don't know nothing. Like, how am I going to make it in the world if I can't even make it in this office? So in my
Gotcha.
mind, and I love the people and I love the job, so I wanted to be there. It's almost like it was this tug.
Yeah.
Because there's this safety to that job.
Right.
And it's cool enough to where it's like, well, I'm kind of cool. I'm kind of an entertainer.
Yeah.
So there was that tugging on me, like, well, what if you never make it? Don't leave this. But then there was that other side of me, just in my heart, where I was just like,
It didn't feel aligned.
you're gonna need to move on from this one day. Like,
Yeah.
that day's gonna come. You don't want to be here forever. So those two things were always like, like always, right?
Right.
And I'm sure a lot of people feel like that about a lot of things.
Totally.
And it's your decision. Your life is your life, but always go with your gut. Go with that core first thought. That's probably really what should happen. That's
Yeah.
like the future you trying to pull you. Like, this is who you are. Come here.
Right.
Right? That's what that feeling is. That's what I believe, at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think on that first day of work, it wasn't me saying like, I don't want to be here, I hate it. It was me just saying like, okay, yeah, I know my purpose now. Just
Yeah.
off of day one, which is, I think back to that, I'm like, wow, I was dumb, but two, good for me for like
Yeah.
being in tune with my energy, I guess.
Right.
That's a cool thing to know I had back then. So.
And it's interesting because you stayed in that role for about 2 years. Was there any point where you were like, all right, I might need to like wrap this up, or you knew that like by staying there, maybe the opportunity that you really wanted for entertainment would come from staying there?
Yeah, I've always been a long-term thinker. There were literally a million times where I was like, I'm not good enough to be here. I'm not smart enough to be here. I'm not skilled enough to have this position. Like they just liked me, but I'm an idiot. Like I felt like that a million times. The reason I didn't quit is because I knew that if I give up on this, where does that leave me? It leaves me not only without money and a job,
Right.
it leaves me without the skills that I'm going to need for whatever I want to do next.
Yeah.
Why don't I just face my fears? Why don't I just actually try? If I get fired, I get fired, but quitting is crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what kept me there in those moments of discouraged. Like when I was discouraged, that's what kept me going. And that's why I said my story could have went one way or the other. I could have very much been like, this ain't for me, because it wasn't, right?
Right.
But I didn't do that. Instead, I said, no, these are skills I'm going to need whether I'm a corporate person or not.
Right.
These are skills I need. I don't have them.
Yeah.
So I locked in. And not to say I was perfect by any stretch. Whoever worked with me, they'll tell you I wasn't perfect. But what I made up for whatever I wasn't good at with extra hard work, extra diligence, and it kept me around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, through your work being an arena host, it seems like it led to more opportunities for you. You started posting on social media and creating content. You got to play yourself on Abbott Elementary, which was really cool because I love that show. And I remember watching it and coming to work and be like, "Hey, I just saw you on TV the other day." You're like, "You did?" I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, that was cool.
That was so cool. So it opened this like other world for you too. And what does that look like now?
What that looks like now is I finally have reached a point in my career where I have a foundation of people respect me for my gifts and my talent. And I have positioned myself in such a way that I am not boxed into anything.
Right.
And that is very intentional. And I think from the outside looking in, it might not look intentional. I might look like a guy who's lost, who's doing 100,000 different things. But in reality, this is exactly what I want my life to look like.
Yeah.
I love having the freedom of being able to say yes or say no to whatever opportunity is coming to me. And the fact that I even have opportunities coming to me is a blessing. Like, this was the goal. And sometimes when I get discouraged and I'm like, I'm a nobody. Like, what am I doing with my life? I have to remind myself, like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Look at your life. Like, people, you have a career off of being an entertainer. You have a career off of being yourself. Like, and sometimes having integrity and staying true to yourself means you're not gonna get those jobs, bro.
Yeah.
But do you want to be a fake person? Do you want to be boxed in to a persona or to a identity that's not truly you forever? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I've actually been able to get to this point where it's like real. Like, what you're seeing are all sides of me in some capacity. And what you're seeing, anything that I do, whether it's music or whether it's acting or producing or social media, like, you're seeing me.
Yeah.
And how I express myself, all from my own brain power, not because someone else telling me I had to do that.
Right.
And, like, to me, that's a dream come true.
Definitely.
To be able to have the 76ers as, like, the foundation of how I got here, like, what a crazy story that is to tell. Like, being from Philadelphia, growing up watching Allen Iverson, and then having an opportunity to work beside Allen Iverson for the 76ers and leave my stamp there after a bunch of years that's passed and be able to just look back and just be like, yo, that was a crazy journey. Like, how did I do this? Like, it's so cool. Like, I feel so, like, I just feel like so lucky to have been the person that was able to do that and make something of that. Like, the story could be so different, right? I could be telling you something else right now, or we could just not be sitting here at all.
Right.
Real talk. But every mistake, every flaw, every fumble helped get me where I am today.
Yeah.
And looking back, I really don't regret much.
So what does a day on your call sheet look like now? What's a day in your life like?
You know, it's funny you ask me that question about what does a day look like. I think what I love about my life and what I hate about my life is the same thing. It's that I never know.
Yeah.
It's always different. But
yeah.
if I'm doing a show, for example, and my name is on a call sheet for like NBA TV, for example, that I've done recently.
Yeah.
I'm waking up and I'm probably in my notes like crazy.
Okay.
So like a morning means I'm waking up early, I'm getting my breakfast or a workout in, and then I'm sitting down at a desk. This stuff is not pretty. I'm sitting down and writing notes, and I'm doing research on the internet and making sure my information is prepared.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that literally all day until it's time for me to be at
Okay.
the location. I'm driving to the location. Then we're usually doing like a preparation meeting where
Yeah.
we go. And then after that meeting, when I actually know what I'm going to talk about, then I go back to my notes.
Yeah.
I get my notes in again, and then it's showtime. Before the show starts, whatever fears or doubts or insecurities that I'm having, you throw that in the trash.
Yeah.
Give me a little throw in the
Rebuke.
trash. Throw it in the trash for me. You gotta throw it harder. You're throwing it pretty. Like you're friends with the trash. Like throw that trash like you don't like that trash. Do it again. Yeah. That felt good, didn't it?
Yes.
That's what I be doing.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
right
like
before
that.
I go on camera, I'm like, man, like I
Let it
always give
go.
myself a mental,
Yeah.
like, man, I curse in my head. I'm not gonna curse
Yeah.
right here, but I'm like, man, all that.
Whenever I am about to dance, I'm like, you're Mia fucking LePage. That's what I have
You
to tell
have
and
to
then
do
it
that.
locks me in.
Yo, you really have to
Yeah.
do that. You really have to do that. But back to your answer. That could be a day.
Yeah.
Another day could just be me sitting at my apartment, wondering what my life is. Where did I go wrong?
That's real.
Another, like, I'm telling you, like,
That's very real.
you have to be real.
Yeah.
Because I hate when I look at podcasts of people I look up to, and all I'm hearing is like all the good stuff. Like,
Yeah.
bro, how did you actually navigate this? Because I
Right.
know your life was hard, and I know it was
Yeah.
crazy, and I know your schedule was crazy, and you probably lost someone you loved the same week you had to film this,
Right.
and then this financial thing happened. I know you probably messed up with your money at some point, and no one talks about that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you, some days I'm living the dream. The next day I could be just completely just, what am I doing with my life? Like, there's so many times you get opportunities and they don't work out.
Yeah.
This still happens to me right now every week, just so everyone knows. This is normal.
Yeah.
Like, for the people coming up, this is normal. If that's happening to you right now, you're not cursed. This is just what it is. This is the game. Like, let's talk about that, right? Like, there's a lot of times where things don't work out, and I have to replan things or change things or adapt, or like you said, like I have changed, I've reinvented myself so many times.
Yeah.
And life will force you to do that. And if you look at some of the most successful people, they all reinvent themselves constantly.
It's true.
If you look at some people who are like, were hot and aren't now, you'll probably notice that they're similar to how they were when they were hot. They haven't changed.
Yeah.
They weren't willing to adapt. They weren't willing to alter the plan. They weren't willing to change what they do.
Yeah.
Because it worked at one point in time. So as a creator, like, you wake up every day and you have a blank canvas. It's on you.
Right.
So once you get to that point where you're not working for somebody else and you're working for yourself, you're going to live or die by your own doing.
Yeah.
You're going to live or die by your own ideas or the lack thereof. Right? Like, so when I wake up, I might have nothing going on. My agency might not have anything for me. I might not have anything, and it's up to me to make a call or to reach out to this person. Yo, let's meet. Let's go get lunch. It's up to me to think of an idea. Yo, I want to do this project.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how am I going to do it? Well, that's up to me again. So it's up to me to make things happen. So some days are just me with my, I get like a bulletin board, and I write out like pros and cons of where my stresses are, because before I even create, I have to get rid of my stress.
Yeah.
So I write out my stress. This is a real thing. I write out my stress. Like, what are some good things about this stress? Because sometimes there's good things from your stress. It means you're probably thinking about the right things that need to be fixed. What are the bad things about the stress? Like, what are the things that I just need to discard? Because this is all BS fear, right? Once I write out the fears and I write out what are the solutions to these fears. Are these fears even worth being on my board? Okay, we're erasing them. We're done with that. The things that are valid, okay, what are the solutions? I write out the solutions. Then I quite literally start making calls towards those solutions. If it's like I feel unhealthy, I haven't been working out, okay, I'm going to book some stuff with my trainer, or I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to make a schedule for that. Then I feel better. After my stresses are gone, then I erase the board and start being creative. Okay, what's the idea? Let me write out some names. You can use chat to help you, Claude, whatever. You can get a friend. Sometimes I'll call friends.
Yeah.
Yo, can you come over to crib? Like, I need some ideas. Like, yo, here's what I'm thinking. What do you think? I think that's trash. Okay, why? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what do you think? Okay, well, oh, that's fire. Okay, maybe if I, here's the idea.
Yeah.
Like, you got to make stuff happen for yourself.
I love everything that you just said. Like, as an entrepreneur and a freelancer, when you're doing your own thing, it is on you. But also, I'm about to do that when I get home. Like, get a bulletin board and do those things, because that's so smart. Get rid of all those things that you're stressing about, so that you can let the creativity flow, because the creativity is going to be blocked by all those things you're stressing out about. And it's also very solution focused. All right, let's look at the problem, let's fix it, and then let's move on to creating.
Right.
It's a great process, and I think a lot of creators could benefit from that.
Yeah. You know, stress keeps you stagnant. I think there's a famous interview from Jeff Bezos, and he speaks about stress only comes from being inactive. Stress only comes from you not doing something about a problem.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing something about a problem, even if it's a really big problem, you won't be stressed. You won't be stressed. The problem can still exist, but if you're taking action towards fixing the problem, you don't feel stressed about it. Stress only comes from you not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Jeff Bezos gem that I take with me all the time. So that's why I write out my stress. And I stress all the time. Like, stressing is totally normal. Like, it's not like we have to sit here and act like we're perfect. Oh, I don't stress. Or, no, I stress all the time. Like, I stress all the time. To date, right now, as successful as I've become, nothing has changed. And I'm sure people way more successful than me will say the same thing.
Right. Yeah. So. I appreciate you being real about both sides of things, that you could have this dream job and have a great day, but then the next day, you're like, all right, what are we doing now? You know, and then you're stressing. You're wondering what you're doing with your life, because that's very real. I mean, I totally have those moments where I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my life? But then I have a great day, and I'm like, all right, I'm back on track, you know?
Yeah. It's a little different specifically for creators and entertainers.
Yeah.
If you're working corporate, or you're just working in a job that's not forward-facing, you can have a bad day, and you can you can sit in that energy. Yeah. People might say, what's wrong? I'm having a bad day. You can't do that as an entertainer.
Right.
If you have a podcast with me scheduled today, but something really tragic happens to you this morning, and you still have to go through with this job because there's money and all this stuff on the line, you still have to show up, and you can't be like, I'm sorry, Christian, I had a bad day today. So I'm probably just going to ask you one question. That's not how this works.
Right. The show must go on.
So you still got to do this.
Yeah.
That's the part about being a creator or an entertainer that's dangerous.
Yeah.
So, like, for me to, like, keep myself healthy, I write out my stress.
Smart.
And sometimes I'll even go as far as having a friend that I trust come over and help me write out my stresses.
Yeah.
And then we talk through it. And it's good to involve someone you trust into here.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you write out what you're scared of in here, you see how foolish it is.
Yeah.
And then if you have a person you trust look at it, they'll go, why is that even up there? Is that really going to happen? Okay, so even if that did happen, what happens next? What's so bad about that? And then you say it out loud and you're like, oh, yeah, I guess that is kind of dumb. Right?
Yeah.
We play tricks on ourselves, and then because we hide it and we don't share it, we keep it real inside, and it gets bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. But when you expose it, when you can see the enemy, when you can turn the light on, and if there's a thief in your house and it's pitch dark, he's going to go crazy. You're going to be scared. You're not going to know what to do. But if you just turn the light on and you can see the enemy, okay, at least I can see where he's going. I can get him. Right? So it's like turn the light on in your brain. See what's going on. Where's the thief at? What's he doing? What is he trying to steal from you? And then go get him.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, I'm over here cooking, yo.
You are. You really are.
Yo, he's cooking right now.
I'm like, this
Turn
is
the
great.
light on.
Yes. I love this. Yes.
Yo,
You're getting a motivational speech right now.
Go.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Viral content or meaningful content?
Both.
Yeah. Both are great.
Yeah.
We like both.
Both for sure. Yeah.
Preparation or improvisation?
Both for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely both. You need both.
Basketball arena or golf course?
That's hard. That's a good
It
one.
is hard.
That's a good.
Because I love both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this. I'm trash at basketball. I'm trash at golf. So we're just going to say the feeling that I've gotten on some of the most beautiful golf courses in the world, I have never felt anywhere else on this planet.
Yeah.
So I got to go with the golf course.
All right.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of being in a basketball arena and the energy, but it's just beautiful when you're on a golf course.
I'm just going to keep it real. Like,
yeah.
there is nothing like a Game 7 in an arena, energy, fans, especially in Philly.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Yeah.
I don't even think I can compare those two things, but because you are, if I had to choose, I'm telling you, there's some mental crazy peace that a golf course gives.
Yeah.
I don't know what they put in that air, but
I agree.
But it's I gotta choose the golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to.
Karate or basketball?
That's just messed up. That's an evil question for you to do. You can't do me like this. This is crazy. I have to choose. I have to choose basketball.
Okay. All right.
And that hurts me to say that out loud.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Philly or LA?
Philadelphia. That's home for me.
Yeah.
I love LA though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I like better about LA.
Yeah. But
Maybe
Philly's.
honestly, I could like LA better than Philly and would still choose Philly because
Yeah.
that's home and that's forever home.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
yeah,
Last one, Pat's or Geno's?
I'm Angelo's all day, baby. Shout out to Angelo's. Last time I went to Angelo's, they gave me a free cheesesteak, and I hope I don't get the guy in trouble. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say who it was. He recognized me, and it was one of the most busiest times, and he
Wow.
gave me my order for free. Angelo's does not need to do that.
That's really nice.
Shout out to Angelo's.
Yeah.
I'm forever a customer. And
Yeah.
I will forever ride for y'all. But I'm not lying though. Like, they are the best in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Like, Angelo's by far
All right.
best cheesesteak in
That's where to
Philadelphia.
go.
I'm not picking Pat's or Geno's. Sorry.
Do you want to hear my hottest take?
Yeah, you want me to give me the paper and me ask? Give me. Come on.
Well, I'm from Philly. What I'm going to say is I'm from Philly, right? I've never had a cheesesteak.
What are you doing right now?
This is my hot take, but hear me out. I haven't had cheese since I was a child.
Are you allergic?
I hate it. This is my
Whoa.
hottest take. This is my hottest take. I'm not allergic, but I hate it. The smell of it, the taste, everything about. Like, if someone's eating cheese next to me, I need to sit like a couple people away from them. Like, I really.
All types of cheese. You
All
know there's
types of
different
cheese.
types of cheese.
Yeah, so I
What
used
about,
to
like,
be able
Parmesan,
to. I
like-
used to be able to tolerate that, and then I was like, they brought it out to me on a soup, and I had to send it back. That's when I knew I was really done.
I don't know if I
When I
can
broke
trust
up
you
with
anymore.
cheese. I know, it's crazy. So people always like, oh, you're from Philly. Where
Cheesesteak.
can I get a cheesesteak? So, and I always am like, I just lie.
But
I
there
just tell
are.
them like my friends things because I can't really.
I think
give
that's
you.
wise. I think you should like
Yeah.
that. But but why haven't you just ordered one?
I
like,
did have one
without
without cheese, but then it's not a real cheesesteak.
That's not true.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I
Well, I
disagree
had
with
one
that.
without cheese, once.
I don't think you should put this in the podcast. You're gonna get yourself.
I might have to
killed.
cut it out. But that's my hottest take.
All right, I'll give this back. That's not a hot take. That's just a really.
Crazy fun fact.
That's a wild take. Like, I don't even know what to do with that because I don't want to judge you, and I love that for you, but I can't.
Whenever I've
comprehend.
done like 2 truths and a lie, always one of them is I hate cheese, and no one believes it because no one hates
I'm
cheese.
trying to think of
but-
what my life would look like if I hated cheese. So, like, have you ever eaten it?
I did as a child.
Do you eat too much of it?
No, I really never. And I asked my mom this, and she was like, "You didn't really like ever like it, but I would like I'd eat a pizza and be fine with it, but then I would start peeling it off pizza, like
Yeah,
at birthday
but
parties."
kids always do that.
Yeah.
They just really don't like cheese, though.
And then I really liked the broccoli cheddar soup from Panera, so I still would have that. And then
Okay.
I couldn't do that anymore. And then I could still do the Parmesan. Then I couldn't do that. It was like
It was great. Now you're at the point where you can't even look at it.
yeah. And I was back in Philly, and I was in South Philly, and my friend's mom made meatballs, and she's like, "You got to try this." And
There's
so
cheese in it.
I had a meatball, and I was like, cheese? And she was like, "Duh." And I was like, had to run to the bathroom. I almost threw up.
You did throw up, didn't you?
I did. I can't do, I can't do it. I can't do
Look
it.
at you trying to throw some
I
extra
can't
on it.
do
Like,
it.
oh,
I was,
almost
and we
threw
were
up.
supposed to go out. I was like, I might need to go home. But they made me like, this is crazy.
Philadelphia, how do we feel about this? Are you claiming Philly is home?
Philly is home. I love Philly. That's my hottest.
We're gonna get back to you on this. Me and
Okay.
because I don't know how. I don't know. Because it's like something's off about this story, and it's not the cheese part. That's fine. You didn't try a cheesesteak without cheese. That's what's kind of.
I had one without cheese.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
had
thought
one
you said
with-
you haven't tried one.
No,
without
I
cheese.
did once. I had a cheesesteak without cheese. I had got like mushrooms and stuff. This is gonna make it worse.
You got it with mushrooms?
It's gonna make it worse. Let's move on.
Let's move on. I'm getting pissed off.
All
I'm
right.
getting upset.
We're gonna
me
bust
stop.
some myths about the industry, okay?
Okay.
Some fact or fiction.
Okay.
Success happens overnight. True or false?
For some people, and I'll never be that person, and neither will you, and most likely neither will you. But it does happen for some people. But no, come on.
Yeah,
No.
it's the preparation and then
Yeah,
the right moment.
It doesn't
all
happen
things.
overnight.
Yeah. Confidence means you're never scared.
No.
Right, it's not.
We're all scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like some.
It's just choosing to face it head on or not face it at all is the difference.
Yeah, just embrace it. Like get comfortable with fear and doubt and failure.
Yeah.
If you are a successful person, those things are going to happen every day, all
Right.
the time. There's a quote I just saw. It's like, winners fail more than losers, like
Yeah.
because winners are constantly failing
Right.
and losing. Losers aren't doing anything, so they're not necessarily losing. They're just losers because they refuse to try.
Right.
So don't be a loser.
Yeah, don't. And last one, corporate jobs can be constricting or limiting.
It depends on who you want to become and what you're trying to do. I don't like to talk bad about corporate jobs. If corporate jobs didn't exist, us entertainers wouldn't have
Yeah.
the opportunity to entertain. So I don't like when I see podcasts like bashing corporate jobs.
I guess like my real question is with hosting for the Sixers and creating your own content. Sixers gave you something to make content about. You did Day in the Lives. You did the Aura Farming with Will Smith, the
Yeah.
viral video.
Yep.
You were able to create content around Sixers, and I could as well. But was it limiting in the way where you felt like you could only make content about Sixers, or certain things you did want to make content about you couldn't because of Sixers?
Yeah, to some extent, if you're working for an organization,
Yeah.
sports or whatever, you are a representation of that organization,
Right.
which means there are going to be limitations on what you can say and do on,
Yeah.
on the internet. However, I think every person is case by case. Like for some people, that's okay, and what they're trying to do actually doesn't conflict.
Yeah.
For others, it's not okay because it's a complete and utter like issue.
Right.
So I think to preach a specific message on this subject could hurt some people and help
Yeah.
others. So I just want to make it clear. It's like, do what's best for you, but don't fall into the mental trap of, oh, corporate is bad. Corporate might be a part of your journey that might help you get exactly where you need to get in life. And if you're
Right.
looking at it as some trap or some permanent thing forever, you could actually block your blessing. On the other hand, some people do not belong in corporate whatsoever, and you should stay far away from it and just go fool out in whatever you're doing. So
Yeah.
it's case by case, and
Yeah.
I don't think it holds everyone back. It will definitely hold you back in some capacity for majority,
Yeah.
and in others, I think it could actually help. So
Yeah. Definitely.
I don't want to put the wrong message out there. I'm trying to keep it 100
Yeah.
on here.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your industry ick? What's on your industry betrayal list?
I saw what yours is.
Yeah.
I really want to agree with you. Go first because I want
You
to just
can-
piggyback.
okay.
I want to piggyback off of yours.
I always say like net 30, net 60, net 90 payment. Like not being able to pay people once the job's done. Why am I waiting 3 months for my check?
Yeah, but then the 3 months actually turns into like 3.5 or
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
4. And I would be cool with net 90 if they would be cool with, all right, I'll get you this content when I get it to you. But these
Right.
companies go so hard on, we need the draft, we need the concept, we need the video posted by, where are the stories, where are the, it's like the demand on my deliverable is very strict, but the demand on their deliverable is very loose. They're
Right.
allowed to breach the 90 days. What am I going to sue them?
Yeah.
It can be 98 days.
Right.
That's why you got to put in your contract.
Interest. I'm gonna start charging you interest.
But the problem if you do that, they're like, okay, we're just gonna book this person.
Yeah.
In. We're not messing with that because they know how their operation works. So you really lose in this subject unless you're like creme de la creme, like top of the top of the pyramid in this, and you can demand things and they'll say, okay.
Yeah.
But if you're just
right.
You probably shouldn't. Don't put that in your contract because they'll probably just say, all right. We're gonna pass on you.
But that's what's frustrating is that, like, especially smaller creators that aren't the creme de la creme need that or relying on that money, or that's a job that they're like booking, that they're trying to see that, you know, see those funds hit the account, and then you might not get them for a while, and it can like mess things up for some people, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a good ick. I agree with that one. I do think. I'm shocked that that's still a thing.
Right.
I feel like that maybe should have shifted. And why is it so specific to the vendors and to creators? I don't know why it's only like that for us, and we're the last people that can wait.
Yeah.
We don't have other income most of the time.
Right.
So it's like, why am I waiting 3 months? I forgot I did that job. I'm so broke now that this money doesn't even feel like I got paid.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened? So much time goes that it doesn't feel like you got paid when you finally get paid. You're like, this money doesn't even count. Like, I did that for free.
Yeah, because it went so long without it.
Another ick, I would just say, I don't like dog eat dog environments, and I don't like fear structured environments.
Yeah.
So like, let's say you're on a set and it's like, oh, watch out, the producer's coming in, and like everyone's scared. I hate those environments. That's an ick of mine. Like, it's like, yo, we're about to be together for a whole 2 weeks. Can we just enjoy this?
Exactly.
Like, if there's a certain type of talent that needs to be bullied a little bit in order for them to do their job, bully them. I don't need you to do that. I will work hard for you. Like, give everybody what they need.
Yeah.
Don't give everybody this fear energy.
Yeah.
I don't. That's an ick for me on sets. I don't love that energy. I really don't. I don't like competitive energy when we're all working together
towards the same goal.
I like competitive energy when it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think being competitive is good, but I'm talking about we all got our job. Right? We're all booked right here to do a job. Therefore, now our mission should be make this job the best it can be.
Exactly.
Competing is not always going to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't like when it's a dog eat dog situation where some people are hoping others fail so they look like the best thing. Where it's like, oh, you're not worried about the job, you're worried about you. And that's weird for me. I don't like that energy.
I don't like that either, because when you are crew and cast and everyone's on set and you're working towards a shared goal, you guys are all working together. Yeah. So when you start to make it about yourself, it just takes away from the greater goal.
You also build a bad reputation for yourself. People don't like working with you. People are going to gossip about you. Right. And then that gets to the top. And unless you're really, 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 really good at what you do, you probably won't be brought back.
Yeah, totally. So, Christian, you're on Call Sheet Confessions. What is your Call Sheet confession?
NBA All-Star Weekend. This was my first NBA All-Star Weekend, not hosting as an in-arena host. I was there on behalf of Fanatic Sportsbook. And I'm doing content where I get to experience all of NBA All-Star Weekend. I get to go to I get to go to the fan zone, and I get behind the scenes. I get to go to every event. So I'm doing that. It's day one. It's day one. And I'm getting filmed. Like, we're doing a video piece on this. It's day one. Within the first 5 minutes of us shoot, not even 5 minutes. Let me be real. Within the first 30 seconds of our first shoot, first day, I start acting silly, jumping over these NBA All-Star signs, and my dumb butt quite literally dumb butt, lands on one of the signs. They're shaped in stars, and they look like cardboard, but they're like metal. And I land like, here's the tip of the star, just like this. Not in my not.
Okay.
This is crazy. This sounds. It was on my left butt cheek.
Okay.
And this thing stabs my left butt cheek about this deep and about a hole this big in my freaking butt.
Oh my God.
Now, at the time, I didn't know that it was that serious. I just thought I had a hole in my pants.
Just like, ow.
It's probably a bad bruise, maybe
Yeah.
a little cut, but
Yeah.
maybe I punctured my skin a little bit, but like whatever.
Right.
So we proceed to finish the shoot. They're like laughing at me, like, bro got a hole in it. We'll shoot around it. I'm
Right.
running. I'm doing push-ups. I'm shooting. I'm on the court. I'm getting spun around in the air
Yeah.
by Franklin. We finished the shoot, and they're like, okay, we're gonna head to the Rising Stars game. So meet us over at the next arena. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. I go to the bathroom. I just touch where it is, pull my hand up. There's blood everywhere. It's blood. It's blood everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
So I then touch it again, and I'm like, oh my God, that feels like a hole in my butt. I don't even know if you should put this in a podcast. You might have to edit this a little bit because it sounds crazy. Long story short, I take a picture and I almost faint.
Oh my God.
I go to the EMT. I'm like,
I was going to say,
I need to go to the hospital right now.
Yeah, because you're losing blood.
A lot. I get rushed to the hospital. The doctor gives me 6 stitches.
Wow.
Now, here's the crazy part. Here's the baller part of the story. I proceed to finish the weekend out and do every.
You went back.
I'm like walking around with stitches.
Wow.
Yeah, this is stuff you would never. If you look at the Fanatics video of me going
idea.
around and doing it, go look on my Instagram right now.
Yeah.
It got 3.6 million views too, but I was in pain that whole time, and I couldn't even sit. I had to ride in Ubers like this. I was sitting on a plane like this. It was embarrassing. I was sitting at the game like this. And of course, everyone's asking, like, "What? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I have a freaking hole in my cheeks. This is crazy." That's a call sheet confession.
That's a really good call sheet confession.
I made a video about it, but I didn't really explain too much of what happened in my video, because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a bad story. It's like the worst story I could ever tell. But I gave it to you.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. I dare I say it's one of the best call sheet confessions.
Oh, no, it's got to be the best one. Who would tell you that? I just don't care. I don't care.
No, that's like, it just shows, though, how you would have, like you said, you would have no idea this was going on behind the scenes, you know? But then also you went back. Like, that's the other thing.
Well, I had a job to finish.
Yeah.
Like, what was I going to do? Fly home with a hole in my butt? Like, hey, guys, sorry. Like, that's even worse. Yeah. Like, to me, I'm like, I got to finish the job now.
Right,
like,
right.
It was painful, though. But sometimes you never know what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, you never know what someone's going through. You never know what pain someone is in. You never know what's happening in their personal life. You never know who fumbled the ball or didn't have a script or this. Entertainers, you still have to deliver. You still got to deliver your job.
Right.
If you're a professional, you'll do it.
Yeah. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
All right. So for anyone listening that would love to do what you do, any part of your career, whether it was hosting or acting or making content, you know, being an entrepreneur of their own, what advice do you have for them?
I think my biggest advice is try your best to know yourself and love yourself as much as you possibly can, as early into your career as you can. Here's why. There's just so much going on now, and you need to figure out what is unique about you, because that's exactly what you need to lean into. Like, we already have enough of everything else. We're at that point. And now what's refreshing to people is like real, like authenticity, like imperfection.
Right.
Right? Like you said, you were refreshed by me being like, some days I don't know what to do and I feel like a failure. You were like, me too.
Yeah.
That's what we want now. We got all the other stuff already.
Right.
I was explaining at this panel I just did, the pendulum has swung. We started, I think, like in the Paris Hilton era, where that's when like reality TV and like getting famous for like, I guess, being doing nothing or just being cool, I guess, being
Yeah.
it girls or
Right.
it guys. That's kind of when it really started, right? And then from there, you kind of went into like that culture of just being cool and being famous for being cool. Then we went into social media. Then we went into the influencer era, and then we went into the super influencer era, right? Where just like the hype stuff and the perfection and the
Yeah.
curating and look at
The
my Instagram
aesthetic.
feed, aesthetic.
Yeah.
And right now we're like that started swinging this way, right? Then we had the Kardashians and like building the empire based off of this stuff. All great. Not saying any of this is bad. Now that swings. Now you got AI. Now
Yeah.
when AI videos started coming out, that was super entertaining, crazy. Oh my God. But now we're kind of burned out from that already. It hasn't
Right.
even been that long. So now the pendulum has come here, right? We have too much. We have everything we could ever need.
Yeah.
We have so much fake stuff. We have so much superficial stuff. We have so much hype stuff. The
Right.
celebrity era is now kind of dead, and the pendulum is now swinging back. The superstars that we see today are more relatable.
Yeah.
We have super influencers, but some of the biggest ones are the most relatable, the
Right.
most common feeling, the most like, oh, I identify with that energy, right? The pendulum's coming back here. So it is the best time to be a creator, but
Yeah.
not how it was. It's the best
Right.
time to be a creator as you. So like find who you are, and own that and love that. Love the good about it, love the bad about it,
Yeah.
and own it. And like try to be your best self. I'm not saying just be a bad person and love the bad things about yourself in that way. I'm just saying accept who you are, where you
Yeah.
are, and then start your journey.
And being your genuine self. I think you're right. It used to be kind of this idolizing, like if someone had the Starbucks photo with this specific drink, you had to go to Starbucks and get the same drink and post it. But now we're over that because we see it so much. It's pushed to us so
Right.
much that now showing the downs and like when you were saying, I was refreshed by what you said, totally. And I think showing like the hard parts or like the building of something,
Yep.
not just when it's already created. I think people are identifying with that more and they're resonating with it more because it's the connection.
For sure. And I'm not just talking about being a creator.
Yeah.
This applies to any profession.
Right.
Because likely there's already a standard in that profession you want to be in
Yeah.
that everyone does. So everyone's similar and everyone feels the same. And your energy is going to feel refreshing if you know what your energy is.
Right.
Learn who you are and master your own energy.
Yeah.
Because then you can apply that to any profession. If it's being a host, you can host in a way that is so real and authentic to who you are that no one else could ever do it like that.
Right.
Right? So it's like now when you're doing an interview like we're doing right now, it feels different but better.
Yeah.
Right? Versus me coming in here or you coming in here trying to host a podcast like someone else that already hosts a podcast.
Right.
Like only you can do it the way you can do it and make it feel the way you can make it feel. And the more you know you, the better that can happen. Right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Even if you want to be a doctor, right? Like
Yeah.
being a doctor still requires you to be human. The way you go about being a doctor, the way you speak to your patients. Again, some of the best doctors are the ones who are who they are and they can deliver information. They can listen to their patient. They can make people feel good even in the worst moments of their life because of who they are.
Right.
You don't learn that in school, right?
Yeah.
Lawyer. It doesn't matter what the profession is.
Yeah.
That applies. So my advice is, learn yourself and love yourself and, give yourself grace. Accept who you are as a person first.
Yeah.
Accept who you're not as a person first.
Yeah.
Like, that's a painful thing to do. It's a hard thing to do. But once you do it, everything starts to make way more sense.
Right.
Everything becomes way more peaceful to navigate through because
Yeah.
now you understand what is and what isn't.
Definitely. That's really good advice. Yeah.
I got yo. Come on, I got you, yo. Come on.
Well, Christian, on
This
that
is
note,
good.
thank you so much for coming on Call Sheet Confessions. Where can we find you? What's next for you? Tell the people.
Yeah, so you can just find me at Christian Crosby across all social platforms. I am working on a show right now, and that's all I'm going to give you right now. I don't want to speak too much on it.
That's so exciting.
This is a self-produced television show. I feel like I would be really good on television.
I agree.
As we know, TV is changing.
Yeah.
TV is shifting more digital.
Right.
Scripted is kind of shifting too. People aren't watching as many scripted shows. They're consuming scripted stuff a lot differently. Even unscripted is changing.
Yeah.
So I'm aware of that, and I'm going to bring my own sauce to that. I'm really excited. So if somebody's watching this and they like my energy and they're on the same wavelength and they're trying to do something similar, like, please reach out, because I'm here in LA to build my network and my resources and my team, and I'm about to go crazy.
I can't wait
It's
to
like
see
some
it.
really, really good stuff happening right now that I'm just going to be hush-hush about until it's finished.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited.
It's going to be really
Yeah.
good.
Well, thank you again. And thank you, everyone, for watching this episode of Koshi Confessions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know some people you want to see us talk to next. Always make sure to work hard, chase the dream. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. May your call times be reasonable and your checks be on time. And like my Mimi always says, break a leg, but not really. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.